Would you say it's been a tougher past year for BME housing associations than housing associations in general?
I find that a very interesting question. I would say in the whole it's been a tough year for all housing associations, including BME housing associations. Whether we've had it any harder is difficult to say. I would say that smaller housing associations, which BMEs generally tend to be, have probably found themselves in an environment that gives them a bit more flexibility in terms of how we think about the relationships we have with our tenants and our larger RSL partners. So I'm not quite sure whether I'm saying yes or no to that, but I think it's an interesting environment and it's been tough on all of us. But I think as individuals, we probably respond to it differently and have different opportunities.
What's the main thing on the BME radar at the moment? What's the most pressing issue?
If you'd asked me this question a month ago, the answer I would have given you would be different to what I'm going to give you. But having just lived through the riots in London and the rest of the country, I'm going to say that it's now the time for BME organisations to refocus on our historical roots and work with our communities and try to improve the lot, the opportunities, and provide an advocacy service for the communities that we were set up to provide housing for. Because I believe that the riots were an indication of bigger issues in our society, and it wasn't obviously not just ethnic minority people that were rioting. It was a whole swathe of society. But I do think as local organisations we have a big opportunity and I think a big responsibility to respond to that and come closer to our clients, our tenants, our residents, whatever the word is.
And in what way should we do that?
I think we can, like one of the speakers said earlier today, we can look at maybe incorporating our residents more into the way we provide our services, having them become more involved in the supply chain, maybe organising training that enables them to maybe do the repairs and be involved in running the organisation, that kind of thing. But it's giving people skills, dreams, opportunities is another word I'm thinking of, which is something to aspire to, something to do, which may not necessarily be going to university, but maybe becoming a plumber or a housing officer or an engineer. But I do think because we are generally smaller organisations, we can have a more significant impact on smaller communities.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.